Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order for the meeting of the Board of Education, June 17th, 2026, at 6:30 p.m. in the cafeteria of the Conover Road Primary School, 56 Conover Road, Colts Neck, New Jersey. Ms. Marasco, if we could have a roll call, please.
Mrs. Camera.
Here.
Mrs. Horowitz. Mr. Orico. Mr. Rignetta.
Here.
Mr. Scales.
Here.
Mr. Scarpa.
Here.
Mrs. Volpe.
Here.
Mr. Walsh. Here. Mr. Wickberg.
Here.
Thank you. You have a quorum.
Great, thank you. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, this meeting has been duly advertised in the Asbury Park Press in a schedule of meetings dated January 23rd, 2026, notice of which has been filed with the Deputy Clerk for Colts Neck Township, and the requirements of posting of notices have been met. If we could all kindly rise for the flag salute. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody, for coming this evening. We are going to go a little bit out of order tonight. I do respectfully ask that everybody here remain for the entire awards celebration. Last year, I know people were cutting out in the middle of people receiving their awards, and we just want to make sure everybody gets their moment to shine. And like I said, we respect everybody's time, and we want to make sure that everybody remains seated until the end of the award celebration. I'm going to start this evening off with my President's Report. Tonight, we close out the 2026 school year by honoring our students and staff. I would first like to congratulate all of our students who have been recognized over the past several meetings, whether they are high honor roll students, high-performing athletes, or exceptional theatrical performers. This Board of Education is proud to stand before you and recognize their accomplishments, as well as the hard work, time, and dedication they have put forth throughout this year. I would also like to congratulate our Teachers of the Year and support staff members of the year. Congratulations on a job well done, and thank you for the time, care, and commitment you invest in our students every day. Showing up each day to encourage our students to be the best they can be exemplifies your mission as Colts Neck Township educators. Your willingness to go above and beyond to provide our students with the best educational experience possible does not go unnoticed. Tonight, I would also like to take this opportunity to reflect on some of this year's most memorable moments and accomplishments of the district. I want to thank our administrators and staff for helping the Colts Neck Township School District achieve a Purple Star designation amongst New Jersey schools. Becoming a Purple Star school exemplifies our commitment to prioritizing our military families and students. Our district works hard to ensure that our children and families receive the best education and resources while stationed at Naval Weapons Station Earl. This recognition is a tremendous honor, and we are grateful for all the efforts that made this possible. I would also like to thank the members of this Board of Education for their tireless efforts throughout the year. Working together, we prioritize the highest safety standards across all 3 campuses, including installing bus stop arm cameras on our entire fleet of buses. I'd also like to recognize our Finance Committee for delivering a zero tax increase for 3 consecutive years while maintaining a healthy surplus, something that will be critical for our future projects and the anticipated influx of students from affordable housing. Achieving this without placing an additional financial burden on our residents is something we should all be proud of. I'd also like to highlight the repairs and infrastructure upgrades this board has completed over the course of the year. At the conclusion of my president's report, I will ask our board chair of Buildings and Grounds, Kevin Walsh, and finance co-chair, Brian Scarpa, to elaborate on these projects, these completed projects. With that being said, back in November, we proudly passed our Parental Bill of Rights, ensuring the parents' voices will always be prioritized and that parents will continue to have a seat at this table when it comes to their children's education. I would also like to thank our teachers and the entire district staff for their efforts in raising district test scores. Those scores have improved significantly due to the unwavering dedication of our administration, teachers, and staff. This progress reflects the commitment to excellence that exists throughout our district, and for that, we are incredibly grateful. This year, we are also proud to have welcomed a sitting cabinet member, Secretary of Education Linda McMahon. It was an absolute honor to have her here to highlight our students and their outstanding contributions and achievements within our district. We will never apologize for celebrating our students and showcasing their success. Our record speaks for itself, and it always will. With that being said, it brings me to my final comments. Cedar Drive Middle School graduation will take place this Monday at 6 p.m. at Colts Neck High School. I would like to take this moment to recognize our incredible 8th grade class. This class is especially meaningful to me because I have had the privilege to watch so many of them grow up and develop into the fine young men and women they are today. Each and every one of them has contributed to the success of our district while also serving as leaders within our community. To our graduating class, your journey to this moment has not always been easy. You have worked hard, overcome challenges, supported one another, and grown both academically and personally. This milestone is not just a celebration of finishing middle school. It is a reflection of your perseverance, determination, and commitment to your goals. As you move on to the next chapter, know that you carry with you the lessons, friendships, and memories built here at Cedar Drive. While this is the end of one chapter, it is only the beginning of another. Continue to work hard, stay focused, and believe in yourselves because your potential is limitless. We are truly honored to sit on this board and watch our students come full circle. Seeing you grow, achieve, and prepare for your next journey is one of the greatest privileges of serving this community. We are proud of each and every one of you, and we cannot wait to see all that you accomplish in the years ahead. Congratulations and best wishes, and best of luck on your next journey. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Walsh and Mr. Scarpa to briefly just engage with the public, the accomplishments on our infrastructure projects and safety, security, and the projects that were completed under this board's leadership.
Sure. Kevin Walsh. Hello, everybody. We have a great facilities, great teachers, great school district, the best in the state. And now we all move here to have our kids get the best education. Part of the school environment and education is having the great facilities. We just completed a $10 million ESA program, energy saving investment program. Long story short, air conditioning all the schools, roof upgrades, window wrapping, LED lighting, a lot of upgrades that it's been years since we've really undertaken a big project like that and made our schools looking the way they should be, the very, very best. Very proud of the Board of Education. I'm proud of the boards before us that thought about doing this, and we accomplished it this year. The schools are looking great, but I'm excited we're going to be talking about a direct install program tonight. Hopefully we approve it with the votes, and that's really going to make our schools look outstanding facilities. New boiler replacements, new HVAC replacements. Our schools are aging. Cedar Drive is 60 years old. The primary school is old. It's a beautiful school, but it's old. The boilers need replacements. Some HVAC systems need replacements, and we're going to invest in our schools. We're going to invest in our kids so they have the very, very best.
Thank you, Kevin. And to dovetail the conversations that we've been having here, this board is very, very proud of its student base, and we're excited about the next chapters of our students going forward. And because of that, we want to invest in our facilities on a long-term program. So we took it upon ourselves and work with the administrative staff to look out for the right opportunities, partially supported by our state funding programs for the direct install. So look at number 2 on buildings and grounds in the program. It's a critical opportunity for us to listen to the presentation today and to vote on it and to achieve a go-forward strategy for our buildings. To Kevin's point, our youngest building is 25 years old. Our oldest is 60. So like every home out there, it needs new AC units and new heating and opportunities. And this is our opportunity to say thank you to our students that have come through the schools before and to invest in the students that are about to participate in our programs. So this board continues to serve as an advocate for our student base and support our administrative staff, but remain fiscally responsible to our taxpayer communities. And we look forward to this opportunity and to answering any questions that you may have in this public forum. So thank you for this opportunity, and we look forward to dialoguing about that in a few minutes.
Great. Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Garibay so we could move forward with honoring our awards recipients. I believe we were going to do student representatives, but I do not see any here tonight. Is there any student representatives that would like to speak tonight? Okay, seeing none, Dr. Garibay is going to proceed with the awards. Thank you.
It's a fun board meeting tonight. Welcome, everyone. Faces and names. I'm Dr. Mary Jane Garibay. I'm the extremely proud superintendent and challenge anyone who thinks that I could be prouder superintendent of a district and community to serve than I am. Tonight we have some extraordinary recognitions to make of our Teachers of the Year, of our PTO, students who have exceeded in different things. But we're going to start tonight's program with a very, very special recognition of someone who is newer to our community, but also will be leaving our community. But while he has been here, he's made certainly a big, huge, lasting impact on us. So tonight, our first honoree is Captain Smith, who is the commanding officer of Naval Weapons Station Earl. Captain Smith came to us in April of 2023 from Virginia, right? And hit the ground running, brought on our Naval Weapons Station Earl School Liaison, right, Ida West, working together, community, and it has been such a pleasure to work with you, to get to know your family, to get to know your daughter, seeing your faces in the schools, and that partnership is so important to not only support the military families and their children, but also for us. We learn from you, we learn from them, and there's always a small little piece of us that is so sad when you go, because they're the relationships and the faces and the names that become part of our story as we go forward, and we certainly hope that you will take part of Colts Neck with you when you leave us to go on to the University of Kansas, correct, is where you're going next, and that's coming up in July, correct? Okay, so there's two things that we're going to have you do. So Captain Smith, if you would join me up here for a moment. For the very first time since I've met you, I'm going to say Captain Kent D. Brewski Smith, because I have never referred to you as Brewski, but I will tonight. Commanding Officer, Naval Weapons Station Earl. We recognize tonight the Cold Lake Township Board of Education, but all of us in this community, all the administration, all of the teachers, and every single family and student that you have helped support during your time here, for your appreciation for your exemplary dedication to the educational welfare of the military children of New Jersey, but most importantly and selfishly of Colts Neck. So thank you so much for everything that you've done. I present this to you. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. So anytime anybody offers me the microphone, I don't think I've ever said no, but if you just bear with me real quickly, and I really appreciate the kind words to myself, but it really is. This is a very special school district. You all should be proud. The school board has been nothing but amazing to me and taking care of the military children that go to the schools. I know you absolutely put us first, and I can't thank you enough for that. Dr. Garibay, Dr. Reynolds, their work with my school liaison, Miss Ida West Jones, is just phenomenal. Anything that we brought, the things they could do with the school compact, challenges that the military children face, any of that, they were just eager as can be to get that to the principals and the vice principals and all the staff and all the teachers to make sure that they're looking out for the children, and you've done a phenomenal job. I can't thank you enough. I have incredibly happy parents on my base, and when my parents are happy, my sailors are more focused on their job. We do very dangerous work being a weapons station, and it's fantastic that they can go to work and not have to worry that their children are going and getting the best education they absolutely can. So thank you for making my job easier. Thank you for taking good care of my family. My daughter got an incredible education while we're here, and we will miss this place dearly. Thank you very much.
Don't go away. So something as part of our new, really, we're always looking for different ways to continue on to honor and to represent, and working with the board in partnership with us. They wanted something of a legacy project that we have here. And thanks to Mr. Capasso and working in some of the creative licensure at the buildings, each school building now has purple stars painted in the hallways. And every time a military student leaves, we're going to ask them to write their name on a golden horseshoe with a star in the middle of it, and this will be displayed on those purple stars so that a little piece of them stays here. So would you please do us the honor of being the first name on the purple star? Thank you so very much, and thank you again for your service, and wish you all and your family continued happiness, health, good fortune, and everything that you do to help us as a nation. So thank you. Absolutely. Okay, next up we have some special awards recipients through our choral program. So I'm going to introduce Mrs. Christina Hubbard, who you'll hear her name later on as well. But Mrs. Christina Hubbard is going to be recognizing some of our core students. So Mrs. Hubbard.
Thank you, Dr. Garibay. Thank you, Board of Ed, for offering this opportunity for us to recognize our students. We are so exceptionally proud of them. I have the honor of acknowledging tonight publicly 3 choral students who were accepted into the National Honor Choir, and they'll perform at Carnegie Hall in July. 2 of our 8th graders were also selected as Hershey soloists for our Hershey trip this past spring, and I just want to bring them up first. So 8th grader Paula Koziks. They also have little medals for their achievement. My next 8th grader is Perrine Bashan. And our 7th grade tenor baritone, Jacob Kaufman. We also have one more recognition. This solo, we had a young musician who will also be playing graduation. So if you're in attendance, you'll have the privilege of hearing him accompany the choir this year. He was recognized for his outstanding student accompanist for the whole Hershey trip competition we returned from. And I'd like to acknowledge his accompanist abilities on guitar, Jake Reed.
Don't leave. Jake Reed, come back. Jake Reed, come back. Come back. Don't go far. Mrs. Hubbard acknowledged Jake for his guitar accompaniment of the choir at Hershey. I would like to just take a moment to recognize Jake was awarded 2 individual awards at Hershey Park for the entire festival of the day, not just from our school, not just from our division, from the entire festival, middle school, high school, elementary school. He was the student accompanist on guitar. He also received the Best Jazz Solo Award for his guitar solo, so congratulations.
And that is the perfect segue, since they are both up here. We have what I like, I think it's a pretty special tradition. We give away our Golden Horseshoe Awards in the fall and throughout the year. And we couldn't let the year pass without recognizing and honoring 2 staff members that truly go above and beyond. And whenever we're thinking about something with Colts Neck and there's a project happening or an assembly happening or a speaker coming or whatever it is that's happening, what would be the extra added touch? The music department, the chorus, the band, because there's just something chilling and exciting when kids are singing and playing music together, and the growth and the talent that you both develop. So first, it is my honor to present a Golden Horseshoe Award presented to Mr. Jeffrey Brown in grateful recognition of your dedicated service, leadership, and outstanding contributions as an instrumental music teacher and band director of Cedar Drive Middle School. Your passion for music education, commitment to excellence, and unwavering dedication to your students have inspired a love of music, fostered discipline and teamwork, and encouraged students to explore their talents through the arts. And Mrs. Christina Hubbard, in grateful recognition of your dedicated service, leadership, and outstanding contributions as a choral director of Cedar Drive Middle School, your passion for music education, commitment to excellence, and unwavering support of our students have inspired confidence, creativity, and a lifelong appreciation for the performing arts. Okay, I told you it's a fun night, right? It's a fun night. You can't be in a bad mood tonight. It's all good. All right, next up, we have some very cool recipients of awards, but I'm going to first introduce their very cool math teacher, Mrs. Hope D'Elia, who, sadly, is also leaving us in retirement this year. So, for the last time, I am inviting Mrs. Hope D'Elia up to the podium to recognize students who have competed in various math challenges throughout the year.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Garibay.
I would give a little speech about my retirement, but I'll cry, so. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, my math recipients' attendance seems to be a little light, which is fine. I'm sure they're running around doing all of their other activities, which is what I'm usually doing, chasing my children. So I totally understand, but I'm definitely going to go through all the names just to give them the recognition that they deserve for their hard work, their motivation, their dedication, their effort. These tests this year were very difficult, a little bit more challenging than the previous 3 or 4 years that I have done this. So if you ask any of the kids that participated in these tests, they would also tell you that the questions were a little bit harder this year. So I don't know if they're just trying to make it a little bit more difficult, but it was definitely very challenging. But I do want to give all of the students that participated in this just all the love, because they still came in every single test and gave their all, every single one of the tests, no matter what grade they were in, no matter what test they were taking. So I'm very proud of all of them. So my first test that I give is the Continental Math League. It's a 6-question test given 5 times throughout the year. Sorry, I don't want to knock my glasses off. It's national. These are all national tests. So this is a leveled test. So there's 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th grade. So the 9th grade test is for our geometry students in 8th grade. So that's the first group that I would like to recognize, as they did, again, I think this is the 2nd year that I've given this test, that the geometry class ended up winning the region for the country. So they did win Region 2, which consists of New York and New Jersey schools. And I believe that one of those test takers is in the house tonight. So I would like Colin Winkleman to come forward, please. So he was one of, I believe, 10 students, and they compete against each other, so to speak, and then they also compete as a whole in the nation against other schools. So you're representing all of them today, bud. So they, again, got first place in the region, so I'm very proud of them. You did a great job. Proud of you, bud. Good job, bud. Okay. Let's see. Individually, is Jonah Wexler here? I thought I saw him. Is he here?
He was here.
He was here.
He was here.
I don't think he's here anymore. I did see him, but he's okay. So the top 3 students, I'm just going to recognize those. For the top 3 students in 9th grade was Jonah Wexler, Lorelei Braddock, and Daniel Shapiro. So they were the top students in the 9th grade. 8th grade participants. This also includes 7th grade students that take Algebra 1, okay? So those are going to be the students that take geometry next year. So my top 8th grade students this year were Mackenzie Huang, and I believe Alex Morfino is in the house, is he not? Come on up, Alex. Alex tied for 2nd place with Mackenzie, so great job. Great job, dude. And then the first place student in 8th grade was Gianna Nicholson. She is not here, but oh, is she here? Oh, she's here, Gianna! Yes! Oh, I'm so glad. I didn't see you. Did you sneak in? So Gianna is a 7th grader, but she got first place in the 8th grade testing.
That's awesome.
And then 7th grade, the top 3 students, I believe one of them is here, but the top 3 students, 3rd place was Austin Palantonio, 2nd place was Vansh Patel, and in 1st place was Miss Alexandra Edwards. And then for my sixth grade participants, this is the first year for the sixth graders that take the test, and it's always fun to watch them come in as sixth graders, and they come in the first test and they're a little nervous. It's very overwhelming. I'm in the cafeteria trying to man 70 kids, so sometimes I might not be as nice as I normally am, but they come flying in and they're ready to go, and I'm very proud of them because they worked so hard, and these 3 sixth graders that placed this year did amazing, and I'm very, very proud of them. So the top score they can get is 30 points. So Logan Savaro, is he here? I don't believe he's here. He ended the testing competition with 19 points, which is a great score. In second place, she is here. She ended with 21 points, so she only got 9 questions wrong out of all of the tests, is Olivia Eldalati. And in first place this year for the sixth grade is also our president at Cedar Drive, Mr. Eli Young. He got 23 points, only 7 questions wrong. Awesome job, kiddos. Okay, and then the last one I have, the other test is the AMC 8, which is a singular test. It is 25 multiple choice questions, and they have 40 minutes. So they have less than 2 minutes per question. And these questions are difficult. They need to set up some kind of a plan. Sometimes it's computation, a lot of it's logic. Sometimes it's a very big pattern, and they need to figure out some way to get to the end of the pattern very quickly. So this is a very difficult test. This is also a national test, and I believe this year there was about 81,000 students that took this test in the nation. So I have our top scores. Now, this is the AMC 8, which means anybody in 8th grade or lower can take this test. Obviously 8th graders have an advantage because they have gone through up to 8th grade. So I have 3 6th graders that did better than 40,000 of these students that took this test. 6th grade. So they had a couple year disadvantage. And I believe that kiddo is here again. So Olivia, get on up here. And then we had the next set of students. They did better than 51,000 of these students that took this test. And that was a 7th grader, Isla Helms, and then 2 8th graders, Addison Lynham and Caitlin Friend. I'm sorry this is long, but in 3rd place for our school, now I'm going to go with how we placed school-wise. In 3rd place, Gianna, come back up here. So Gianna got 3rd place for the school as a 7th grader. She scored 15 out of 25, so she got 15 out of the questions correct. She did better than 57,000 of the students that took this test. Awesome. Awesome. Very nice. And then our last 2 students that are not here, the 2nd place student was Mackenzie Huang again. She got a 16 out of 25 in the top 25% of all of these students that took this test. So she did awesome. And then our 1st place finisher was Daniel Shapiro. He received a 19 out of 25, which is in the top 10%. So he did better than about 73,000 students, which is amazing. So he also, Daniel, was a regional winner for the CML. I forgot to mention that. He won individually for the 9th grade in the region with New York and New Jersey. So congratulations to Daniel. So I'm all done. But I want to just quickly thank Dr. Rigby for the last, I don't know how many years that we've worked together. The Board of Ed, I appreciate all of your hard work. And Dr. Garibay, I'll miss you dearly. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my retirement, but I will miss this so much. Thank you.
Okay, so, and by the way, I'll take as much time as it takes, like as much time as we need to celebrate kids all day long. So thank you for being here and celebrating, and congratulations to all of our kiddos. We're going to move into a little bit more of our community celebration. And tonight we have, we're excited, but we're also a little sad because tonight is this part of the program is a celebration of community. And nothing brings a community together like schools. And nothing brings schools together like your PTO does. So we have a very special night, and I'm not going to steal that thunder because I'm going to leave that to outgoing President Kim Kaufman. But that being said, we have some former board members who are here this evening who we want to recognize. And then we are going to do current board members because you all serve specific terms, and when you leave, you really don't leave. Like, I know Mrs. Kaufman and them recruit you to do other things because I've seen you doing that. But that being said, before we get started, it is so unique. I brag so often about our PTO. Very rarely, unless you're a single school district, is there one PTO as powerful, as passionate, as committed, as just the tenacity of our PTO to continue to give back to our students and our schools and our community it surpasses anything that I've ever seen or heard about in any other district. So if there was a battle of the PTOs, I know you would win, hands down, all the times. So that being said, I'm going to first recognize and ask when they call their name, and if they're not here, if you don't mind, we'll still recognize them. But I would like to just read the names of prior board members who may not be here, but certainly are with us and we're contributing to tonight's special presentation by them. So first up is, Monica Kosik. Monica was the former assistant treasurer and all things smiles and just such a pleasure to work with. So thank you. Thank you. Of course. Danielle Quigley. It's funny because there's people that will see, and we were just talking with Mrs. Bowlby before, and she was like, Danielle Quigley's still here. I go, she is still here. We have her still. So thank you. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Here we are. Mrs. Sorry about that. You just stay up. Rebecca Roach. January Nicoletta, who I know couldn't be here this evening. And former vice president of the Colts Neck PTO, Mrs. Samantha Amato. Okay, now for our current PTO. And again, I know we all busy schedules. I know that not many, few mighty, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to read their names and recognize them and for all their work that they've done. Linda Krasuski. Jessica Dudek. Alana Ventris. Amy Linquido. Serena Gill. Jennifer Muley. Penelope El Delati. Kristen Denora. Vice President Kara Brick. And next year's president, Kara Brick. And certainly, last but not least, the captain of the ship for the past few years, and a true friend and just advocate for all things good that are for kids and teachers and education, Mrs. Kimberly Kaufman.
Okay, thank you so much for this recognition. It's truly an honor to be able to hand a $185,000 check to Dr. Garibay, Cedar Drive Middle School for an aquaponics system, to Conover Road Elementary School for a new library and media center, and to Conover Road Primary School for a new outdoor field space. While I'm incredibly proud of my 5 years on the PTO, including the last 3 as president, this achievement is not mine alone. The legacy gift we are leaving behind, $185,000 for our school community, I'll say it over and over again, is the result of years of hard work, dedication, and collaboration from many people who have generously given their time, talents, and donations. From Readathon to Spring Gala to Harlem Wizards, as well as other fundraisers like Valentine's Day Pizza, School Store, which was today, Color Run, Flower Sale, and many more. Creating a legacy gift this large would not be possible. I'd like to recognize the current PTO board whose commitment and partnership have made so much possible. I would like to acknowledge my former Vice President, Samantha Amato, former treasurers, former fundraising director, Joanne Pasalacqua, former treasurers, Monica Kochik and Danielle Quigley, who thank you so much for staying on an extra year after I begged her when she ended her presidency. Former Secretary January Nicoletta and former Communications Director Rebecca Roach. Their leadership, countless volunteer hours, and unwavering support helped build the foundation that made this legacy gift possible. What makes me most proud is not their dollar amount itself, but what it represents. It represents a community that comes together for its children. It represents years of PTO volunteers showing up early, staying late, solving problems, organizing events, and always putting students first. Serving on the PTO has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. I've had the privilege of working alongside extraordinary volunteers, the most dedicated educators, supportive families, and an administration that values partnership. Together, we've been able to make a lasting impact on our schools and create opportunities that will benefit students for years to come. Thank you for the trust you've placed in me, for the friendships I've made along the way, and for the opportunity to serve this incredible community. I'm excited to see all the wonderful things the PTO will continue to accomplish in the future under the leadership of Kara Brick as president and Jennifer Muley as vice president. So with that, I'd like to hand Dr. Garibay the largest check she will ever receive.
go home with his PTO. It's not cashable. It's not. The only thing that's in this room that is bigger than that check are the hearts of the people that did it. So thank you on behalf of all the students that are going to play on a playground, they're going to look at an aquaponics center, they're going to walk through that library. Thank you for all the ones that are here and the ones in the future that you will continue to just make smile and make this place a better place. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
The big one, or the little one, the big one.
What a great thing.
We're not done. Okay. So every year we go through a process, and it is the governor's Teachers of the Year and Education Service Professionals of the Year. There is a Teacher of the Year selected for each building. There is an Education Service Professional selected for each building. And while one could not be here this evening, 5 of them are here tonight. And I am so excited to celebrate, talk about, brag, and award you with your honors that were presented through the State Department of Education to you this evening. So tonight, we're going to start with Mrs. Michelle Weisbrod. So as superintendent, you hear names and you hear people that come and go and, different things, and families, and say, thank you, and talk about their experiences. And something that you hear over and over again is, I was like, oh, who did you have in primary school? I had Mrs. Weisbrod. Oh, I loved her. I hear it over and over and over again. And I think that's something that not only speaks to the growth of your children, but the care, the rapport, the time. It is not easy being a teacher of little ones, and you've done it. You do it beautifully. You continue to do it beautifully. You have become such a pillar of education, of the profession of education at primary school, and I could not be prouder to work with you on a daily basis. Not just as a teacher here, you are also a mom here and have sent your children to school here through here, and so having that double perspective is something that is unique, but also more importantly makes you who you are and why you are celebrated as this year's Conover Road 2026 Teacher of the Year. Mary Corrigan is this year's Education Service Professional at Conover Road Primary School. She could not be here this evening, but I just want to take a moment because Mary Corrigan is the face of the front office of primary school. When you walk into primary school, if you don't walk into Mr. Felly, you walk in with Mrs. Corrigan, right? And everybody knows that the front office secretaries run the building, right, Mr. Osmond? But in terms of that, and she does it with grace, with sincerity, with a loving care that you would want every child to experience the minute they walk into Conover Road Primary School. And for that reason, it is no surprise that Mary Corrigan was selected as this year's 2026 Education Services Professional of the Year. Grace Paolino is an instructional assistant at Conover Road Elementary School. What is an instructional assistant? Many times when I'm interviewing people, I will say, do you know what an instructional assistant is? And you embody it. You capture it with poise, with grace. We asked, actually, some of your teachers that you work with, your colleagues who you work with, to describe you for tonight. And they used words like patient, flexible, humble, dedicated, and a great teammate. On top of all that, you are caring, you are nurturing, you work with some of our most um, most challenging students on a regular basis, and you give them exactly what they need when they need it. And that's an art, it's a gift, and we are so grateful that you are here with us every day in our classrooms to make that happen. And that's why it is absolutely no surprise that you were selected as this year's 2026 Education Services Professional of the Year. Mrs. Ann Murphy is a teacher at Conifer Road Elementary School. She is not just a teacher, she is a mentor. And when you start to go over that experience and we become more of the veteran crowd, those of you know, if you know, you know, you're the veteran crowd, and you make a choice. You make a choice to be a leader. You make a choice to take people who are going to take your profession on after that you either win the lottery or we don't want to choose not to do this anymore, right? Which I wish for all of you in the room, by the way. I just want to make it clear that you do it with such poise and grace. You were one of the first people that I met 13 years ago when I came here. You have had such a lasting impression upon me as a superintendent for the type of educators that I hope that other people learn from. And you've continued to do that both as a partner teacher in your classroom setting, among your colleagues, among your district, and it's no surprise whatsoever that you were selected, finally, as a 2026 Conifer Road Elementary School Teacher of the Year. I'm actually going to tell you a funny story because we have phones in our classroom, and there was a couple years ago where they had a question for something that was going on, and Ann and her partner teacher just called my office, and I was like, hello? I thought they had a different answer. They were looking for somebody else. They were like, no, we have a question for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it was just one of those things, but that is the type of outreach, and just saying, I have a question, and we want to ask the question, have a conversation. So thank you. What is a school psychologist? A school psychologist is a very special member of a school community. And a couple of years ago, I had the privilege of meeting Lauren Fasciani for the first time when she came and interviewed with us for a position here in Colts Neck Township Schools. A school psychologist is someone who is part of a child study team, but is so much more. Supports to students, supports to staff. Sometimes we need psychologists too in terms of helping us navigate situations, working with families, explaining very complex scenarios and situations related to educational programs, and certain special people do it with poise, with grace, with intellect, with compassion, with empathy. And you are all of those things, Ms. Fasciani, and that is why it is absolutely no surprise and my honor to present to you all of the awards and celebrations that go along with being the 2026 Cedar Drive Middle School Education Services Professional of the Year. And I told you would hear her name a lot tonight. So last but certainly, and I hate to say least because it is absolutely not least, so I'm not going to use that, Mrs. Christina Hubbard is a name that is synonymous with Cedar Drive Middle School. It is a staple in our community. Children have learned, some of them have first experiences with singing with you. Some of them have attributed their success in the future to you. And it's because of the love of music and the arts and all of the things that go along with being Christina Hubbard that make it such an honor to work with you and to be able to say that you're one of my teachers here in Colts Neck. It is absolutely no surprise that you were selected as this year's 2026 Teacher of the Year. And I know that your legacy will continue on for years and years and years, for all of the work that you do, not just in the classroom as a music teacher, but all of the things that you do after school with students and truly make them feel like they are part of a school community. As I said before, tonight is a celebration, and tonight is about community, and you can see that each person represents a part of this community tonight. We have students here, we're celebrating. We have staff members, educators here that we're celebrating. We have parents as part of a PTO that we're celebrating. We have our military leader, our commanding officer here, a part of a community. The schools are the heartbeat of a community. And we have the biggest heart in Monmouth County here. We really, really do. And it's because of people that you all represent sitting in this room. So that concludes our presentation portion of the night. I want to thank all of you for everything that you do, for all that you are every single day here in Colts Neck. I believe before we're going to take a small recess, we might coordinate some pictures. So I think there might be some, if the students who were recognized for the Math League could come up, take a picture with Ms. D'Elia, those types of things. And then if you want to say we're going to take a break for a minute.
Yeah, thank you all for coming tonight. Congratulations to all the honorees and recipients. We are so proud of as a Board of Education to honor all of you. So thank you all for coming. And at this time, after pictures, whoever is not willing to stay for the rest of the board meeting can carry on with their lovely evening. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'd like to get started on the second half of our meeting. If everybody could find a seat. Ask Dr. Garabay before I introduce it.
So under the new captain, you're going to continue being the wonderful. And you go to all the high school. Because I saw you the one time. You go to all the high school Board of Education meetings too.
Okay. Okay. Oh, let me see. Okay, so where is he at? Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we are going to resume our meeting. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, 2 more minutes, I'm sorry. Oh, I could, want me to introduce? Yeah, I'll introduce him and then we'll carry on. We'll save the extra 2 minutes. All right. Okay, at this time, we are going to continue with the agenda item number 6 under presentations. It will be the DCO Energy presentation to the board on the direct install. I'd like to introduce Mr. Greg Burns to do the presentation for us at this time. Thank you. Yeah, just make sure your mic is on.
Test. Good.
Yeah, yes, if the board members want to take a seat on the opposite side of the dais at this time, that would be great.
Whatever works for everybody. I'm easy. Good to go? Good. Yes. Well, yeah, good evening. Happy to be back in Colts Neck. Dr. Garabay, Vince, Nick Moretta, and board members, Colts Neck community, thank you for having me this evening. As was mentioned, my name is Greg Burns with DCO Energy. We've been working with the district for quite some time now, starting with the Energy Savings Improvement Program, ESIP, and here to talk to you about the direct install program. So really appreciate the introduction early on during the comments. So really excited to present to you. So we'd like to just kind of introduce what is direct install and what does that mean. So it's a way for another option school districts have to implement facility improvements if they meet certain requirements. So if your demand is under 300 kW, you qualify for this program for an annual 12-month period. The peak demand has to be under 300 kW. So what it allows us to do is use the utility, the energy efficiency program through JCP&L that's authorized by the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities, that as a ratepayer, you're paying for it whether you use this program or not. So if you check any of your utility bills, you have something on there called the SBC, Societal Benefits Charge. That money's taken to fund programs like direct install. So this is a really awesome way to get additional rebate dollars. As part of the ESIP, we were able to get about $530,000 of funding from JCP&L. So I don't say it's going back to the well, more or less, but going back to programs that you're paying for, and this allows you to recoup that funding back. And it's a really great way to reduce the impact of the taxpayers, because there's also an option here tonight that we'll talk about is if it gets financed, it'd be 0% interest for 5 years or 60 months. So you'll see some breakdowns. Please stop me if you have any questions, and I will jump into it. So we'd like to just start off on what the district currently spends throughout the existing utility spend throughout a calendar year. So you're talking a little over 3 million kilowatt hours, about $415,000. You can see the natural gas about $634,000, which is less than prior to the ESIP. The other part, I know, assuming driving up and you've seen it, you're here often, obviously. So you see the solar panels generating electricity at a rate of 2 cents per kilowatt hour. So just driving that theme of reduced energy consumption to fund capital improvements. So as I mentioned, you pay for the societal benefits charge at home and through your utility bills here at the district. We've estimated the district has paid about $455,000 since the program of societal benefits charges started to be required in 1999. So what does the program mean? So again, the whole concept of direct install is to achieve capital improvements at a reduced cost by using that societal benefits charge. The utility program through JCP&L Direct Install allows you to get up to a certain percentage of rebates back based on qualifying expenses. So here at Crest, there's about 9 units, not counting the boilers, that equate to 58 tons of cooling that would be replaced. So that would be the rest of the units that were not replaced or upgraded during the ESIP program. The other part is the boilers. So there'd be 2 brand new boilers installed with the hydrotherm boilers. That's just the manufacturer, really good piece of equipment, and it'd also be tied into the energy management system to give one front end and really allow Nick and the facility staff to maintain the facilities efficiently and to really allow him to be proactive rather than reactive. So this is now mapping out where each unit is, and you can see this table over to the right. So it has manufacturer, model number. The unit at the bottom was replaced with some contingency funding left over from the ESIP program, but you can start to see the ages of these units are getting up there. 28 years old. You know, units all last anywhere from 15 to 20 years for their useful life, but they're starting to get well past that or approaching that, and lumping this together gives you the economies of scale to get the maximized rebate dollars and allow the district to have a fully comprehensive HVAC system district-wide. So this is what the boiler plant currently looks like. Maybe you've had a chance to do a facilities tour, maybe you haven't. That's what the Crest boiler room looks like. That's an example of what it will look like when the hydrotherms would be installed. So this is the breakdown per site. These are preliminary numbers that we're waiting on. So what our ask tonight is now to submit applications to JCP&L to get into the queue to lock in the rebate dollars, because the funding mechanism or the rebate structure could change as of July 1. That's kind of the urgency behind this evening. But our projections, conservative project cost, about $1.8 million just for Crest, about $530,000 rebate, $1.3 million. Again, that's able to be paid back over 60 months at 0% interest, which I think everybody knows in today's economy, getting 0% interest is next to impossible, but this program's been going on since about 2021 is when this started. The energy and operational savings we're taking into account, conservatively estimate if those upgrades were made and all those units were replaced that were just specified, about $27,000 a year of energy and operational savings. You'd have warranted materials, brand new equipment, so hopefully less time with service contracts and maintenance, just brand new equipment running efficiently. So that is the Crest scope of work. Next is really call it the meat and potatoes, but this is where most of the work is to be done, because a lot of at the middle school and the elementary school, a lot of the HVAC units were covered in the ESIP. So here there's 386 tons of cooling. District-wide, in the direct install proposal, we have the analysis is 517.5 tons of cooling, 386 at the primary school alone across 15 units. We'd also include in that number an analysis is replacing the boilers. Those are approaching their end of their useful life at Crest and the primary school. You're at 27-year-old boilers, 24-year boilers, which is you're getting there. So I know for Nick, it'll be something where that useful life is really expiring and getting up there in age. So you can see them mapped out. Again, over here, age, tonnage, quantity. So there's quite a few spread out. And when we sat down with Dr. Garibay, Vince, and Nick a few months ago to start discussing this project, his priority items were tough to fit in. So we had to kind of go back to the drawing board, find the energy efficiency units that would match and meet the program requirements. There are certain requirements that we have to install certain efficiency level units or SEER units, the certain requirements. So we were able to go back, find them, and fit in all the units that Nick and the district were looking to accomplish. Again, same boiler setup, hot water boilers, they're just different manufacturers. These are Cleaver Brooks. Again, Hydrotherm would be the recommended manufacturer, but that could be decided with Nick and the district down the road. So obviously, it's a much larger scope and cost. Again, it has the same thought process. Because the units are just so much bigger in capacity and size, they're not as incentivized as some of the other measures, some of the more efficient, lower tonnage units. So you can kind of see the numbers for yourselves, but again, 0% interest over 60 months. And then the primary school, and talking with Nick and Vince and Dr. Garibay, the primary school here is causing the most issues from an HVAC standpoint. So for better or worse, this way to say it is you're gonna have to do this eventually. This is a way to take some funding that you're already paying out to reinvest back into your facilities, very similar to the ESIP. Next is the middle school, and that is mirrors really the elementary school. The main difference is that those boilers are pretty new. They're Lochinvars from 2015, so they're well within their useful life. They're running well. There's not really need to do much to replace them or anything there. Again, you can see the units. So some of them are not being replaced. You can see the reason, like the LG here, the LG unit there. It's only 7 years old, well within useful life. We had a tag, like this one's getting up there, 30 years old, couldn't read the tag. So there's some certain items we didn't, but you can start to see at the middle school, you're approaching 20, 30 years, and I'm sure Nick could attest to this. It becomes more difficult to maintain, difficult to get parts, and everything just gets more expensive. And it's kind of like, I like to equate it to like a used car. Do you want to spend $10,000 to a car for a car that's worth $5 grand? Like that's kind of the investment decision to make. So again, the main difference here is there's no boilers. That's why the cost is substantially lower. The boiler rooms are a big driver in the cost. Again, you can see the numbers for yourself. There is some large energy and operational savings by replacing these units. And the incentive is fairly lucrative here. Next, I believe this had to be added in since our last presentation a few weeks ago. So this is 4 units, 15.5 tons of cooling, and this would, again, take care of the administration building. It would stay on the local controls. So there were some units that the team here replaced a few years ago, so those are not being touched, but there are the units that are approaching 35 plus years old right now as we speak. Again, rebate tied to this incentive. Our goal is to show you conservative estimates this evening so we can go back, fine-tune the numbers, hopefully find more energy efficient equipment, and increase the incentive amount to get the district more funding through this program. So now this is it in a snapshot, and before I dive a little more into the numbers, I did just want to hit you with this project, between the ESIP you already invested in, between this project you would look to invest in, all units would be within about 5 years of new life. So all units would be, I'll say with the exception of the transportation garage because they don't qualify, but of the school buildings, administration building, all units will be within 3 to 5 years of life. So it'll allow Nick, Dr. Garibay, Vince, and the district to be very proactive. New energy management system, everything's tied in, and you're not being reactive. And again, you'll have the warranty, so it should allow the district to not only have equipment that's efficient, but also keep the students in a comfortable setting in those learning environments that we got to celebrate this evening. So you can see, so I just want to highlight, it's an estimated $6.8 million of cost, about a $1.3 million of rebate. So working with Vince, Dr. Garibay, and Nick, that'd be about almost $1.8 million of free money. Well, it's free money, you're paying for it, but money back from the utility companies to invest in your facilities in a budget-conscious way to take advantage of these programs. So you could see the payment. If you did all of the projects together, it would be about $92,000 a month. I estimated that if you financed it, rates today for tax-exempt bonds or leases for a school district, you'd be about 4.5%. Through this program, if you finance a 6.8, you're talking like $4 to $5 million of avoided interest cost. So through a referendum or just through a lease purchase or something of that magnitude, without the interest is a massive savings in a very budget-conscious way to get these done, aside from just getting the $1.3 million in rebate dollars. So what the next steps would be, what it looks like moving forward. The authorization this evening, that's agenda item number 2, would allow us now to submit to JCP&L through the application process. Then we would come back, work with them, fine-tune our numbers, go into what they have a direct install tool. We have to have inputs put in there, or my engineering team will do that with Nick, and we'll insert that. It'll spit out proposals. Then we would sit down and review the final numbers with you. Again, our goal is to present conservative this evening, come back and try to find ways to enhance the rebate and see if we can fine-tune the project cost. Sorry, everybody. Then once that got through, we would come back, get final approval of the proposals, have a kickoff meeting, design, and begin implementation. The other benefit of this program, if we move forward this evening, we estimate that we would be able to get all units installed and up and running by September of 2027, meaning between the ESIP and this, all units will be within 5 years by that time. So you'd have another 15 to 20 years of life longevity of the new units and really limit any out-of-pocket unexpected costs for that time period. So that is the key points I wanted to hit on you this evening, and I believe Matt, one of my colleagues, covered for me. The energy and operational savings is about 5 to 10% of your current utility spend. I believe that number was asked for, so I just want to make sure I hit on that. So, any questions?
Hey, Greg, thank you very much for your time. Considering the new units' capacity, they're far more efficient than they were 15, 20 years ago, with the potential, hypothetically speaking, that if we were to build out a wing of a particular plant, one of the schools, would we have to, depending upon the size, would we have room to expand without going into new equipment for heating and AC? Obviously, depending upon the size, but is there room to work with so that, hey, if we go into this space, okay, we planned appropriately with the right level of units, we don't have to take on added expenses with new units?
Yeah, that's a great question. Fortunately, unfortunately, direct install is just in-kind replacements, so we're not able to really plan for those types of improvements. But I would say there are new construction rebates that could help offset that. A lot of districts that are in the same situation are looking to just do package units. So I'd say you would be limited in this case, in this project. But I think even planning and thinking ahead, you'd probably have to do that anyway. I think the boilers would be okay in terms of capacity, but rooftop units, or if you just want packaged units or vertical like univentilators, that could be a good option for the district.
I think we need to take the opportunity, advantage of this, since it's in the queue, and the revenue, the funding is going to disappear. As a Board of Education, as Building and Grounds Chair, our district should take advantage of this program. All the HVAC and boilers are almost at the end of their life. Mr. Moretta, our Facilities Director, strongly recommends we invest in this program. It's winning all the way around for our taxpayers in Colts Neck, and for the great schools for our kids. I think we're looking at what, 9.4 million if we didn't have the financing and zero tax increase.
And that's not even counting the incentive.
Yeah, to incentivize for our district to go and take advantage of what we paid into the system, all our taxpayers, and increase, make our infrastructure that much better.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of product going out the door here.
Yeah.
Is there any scrap value or associated with materials going out the door, or a second use? Can any of it be sold to a secondary market so that the schools get some level of a credit towards the new install?
Yeah, it's a great question. So it's absolutely something we could work with the district on. That's not taken into account in these models, but I think that is something that could be pursued and evaluated as we go through the next steps. So 100%. Some districts we've had, we call it like Frankenstein, and keep some of the old units just for some parts. Being you'd have mostly new stuff, you should be okay, but I think it's a great idea to keep some stuff back just in case if things become more difficult to find over time. But that's something we could work with Nick and the district on for sure. Absolutely. So our plan would be, if we got the okay this evening, we would probably start the paperwork and the tool tomorrow to run it through to submit the proposal or the direct install tool through JCP&L's portal. Then we would work with them. I would say our goal would be by mid-August to have proposals finalized and present final numbers to you. And then at that point, a lot of this, again, a lot of mechanical, probably going to take, obviously the boiler's going to be done in the winter, but a lot of it will probably happen next summer. But we're very confident in looking through the timeline, we would be able to get everything installed by September 2027. There will definitely be some punch list items, making sure the controls are connected, et cetera, but beneficial use would be ready for next school year, September.
Thank you, sir.
Correct. So there's this is a tariff program. So what Vince had asked is how this works and how the contracting mechanism works is, so this is a tariff approved by the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities, which allows school districts to then realize a public utility procurement exemption. So then JCP&L then contracts the work to us. So you may see DCO on proposals or analyses or resolutions, but you also may see JCP&L. So the procurement vehicle here allows, because it is a public utility exception in public procurement law, it allows the district to contract directly with JCP&L and then us with JCP&L. Does that make, I know it's a little weird. It's because it's a utility tariff. That's the reason we're able to do it this way without going out through like a formal public bid. Correct, yeah. So we're a trade, it's called a trade ally or a program partner of JCP&L. We've been one since the inception in 2021. That's how we were able to get the $530,000 in the phase one of the ESIP. But it's a great point. But yeah, so we are approved by JCP&L. They would contract with us, but the contract would sit with the district, most likely with JCP&L. Yes, sir.
One more piece, thank you. We're an education forum, so this is a unique situation. So we ask that you work with Dr. Garibay and Nick and the team to bring the students into the program. Let them take interest in it in some capacity. There's finance associated here, there's buildings and grounds, there's energy efficiency, there's green. 100%. So all these things, let's think about how it could impact our student base. This is not only we're just taking care of our facilities, but the students that are here might be very interested in this going forward for their own careers and an opportunity. So as we do the dance for the next year or so and go through this program, think about the student base and as well in that capacity. Let's work on the educational component. It's very important to the board.
100%. So just to give some back, we've been working with Dr. Garibay and Ms. Reynolds on, we call it our competitive edge program. So we've been coordinating efforts to come to the science fair, engage the students in it based on the math scores and the math results. I heard this evening, maybe we have some future interns for us based on those results. But yeah, so we would love to be a part of anything we can do to help the students, educate them to understand what, you're placing a rooftop unit, that's awesome. I don't really care as long as I have air conditioning. What does it mean? How does the financing work? So I think it's a great idea, absolutely. Yeah, we buy American clauses. 100%. Yeah. Some school, when it gets public bid, sometimes it gets hairy. Questions? All right, awesome. Thank you for your time this evening. I appreciate it.
Okay, at this time, we're going to move right into the rest of the agenda. I don't see any communications listed here. I already presented my president's report, so we'll move right into the board liaison reports. Ms. Horowitz was not available tonight, and she just wanted to extend her sentiments regarding Mrs. Kaufman and her years of service here, and congratulate her for all the hard work that she's done in raising funding and leading the PTO for as many years as she did, and also to Samantha Amata for her unwavering dedication to our students and fundraising here. We want to welcome the new leadership, Kara Brick, for president, and the VP, Jennifer Muley, and we wish them the best of luck. We're looking forward to partnering with both of those ladies and the full PTO, and wish them continued success in the future. We are going to move right into, I had nothing for the PIF, by the way. We're going to move right into the Colts Neck Township School newsletter. Mrs. Camera.
Thank you. The next edition will be published after the last day of school, and I'm just reminding residents who do not receive the newsletter via email that you can go to the school website, Colts Neck Township Schools. We have a link to subscribe, the Board of Education tab /newsletters, and I always encourage all residents to subscribe. Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. The Colts Neck Township School Arts, Sports, Extracurricular Activities, Mr. Rignetta and Mr. Wickberg.
Yes, thank you. Last Thursday, I had the opportunity of attending Subs and Sounds. It was a wonderful night. The kids did incredible. I want to congratulate all the musicians that were involved. They sounded great, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future, how they develop. And for the 8th graders that were there, I wish you guys good luck in high school, and I hope you guys keep it going. And I want to thank all the music teachers and the staff, the teachers that were there and helped out, Dr. Garibay, of course, and the PTO, and everyone involved for making it happen. Thank you guys so much.
Great, thank you. Anything you want to add, Mr. Wickberg? No. Yep, thank you.
The Colts Neck Sports Foundation is offering a summer basketball clinic this summer for grades 6 through 8, boys and girls. The dates will be August 18th, 19th, and 20th. The time will be 6:30 to 7:30 at the Cedar Drive outdoor courts. The fee will be $100. Session 2 will be grades 2 through 5, boys and girls. The date for that will be August 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. That'll be held from 6:15 to 7:45, same spot, Cedar Drive Outdoor Court, and the fee is $150.
Okay, great. I would like to add a few things regarding the meeting that was scheduled with the Sports Foundation leadership about a week ago. I'll have you add to that. I know Mr. Walsh represented the Buildings and Grounds. Mrs. Camera, I asked to sit in because I was unable to attend, and Mr. Wickberg. I just want to revisit that meeting. I know there was discussion about brand new bleachers. Mr. Walsh, if you want to add some comments there. I heard it was a positive meeting. We went over things that the Sports Foundation may need for the upcoming season. And once again, I always prioritize the Sports Foundation relationship and thank them for all the hard work they do in engaging our kids in sports and extracurriculars. So, Mr. Walsh, you want to brief us with Mr. Wickberg and Mrs. Camera on the discussion on the bleachers?
Yeah, they...
Oh, all right. Yep. Whoever wants to do it.
The Sports Foundation offered to contribute towards the purchase of the bleachers in terms of optional, if they want to make them bigger or add certain things to them. So that was really nice. What else? I left my notepad.
That's okay. What was there? Here.
Dr. Garibay was there. I think we should, as a board, I brought up, pay for the bleachers. There are bleachers for our kids. We're replacing the primary school gym floor, and I think the bleachers should be at expense of the Board of Education. Just to highlight the meeting, it was a great meeting, positive. Anything they needed, the Sports Foundation for their future programs, we're there to support them. They're going to have all their banners brought into our schools, sponsorship banners as well. Just to highlight the partnership with them is great, and most of the kids in our town play in our schools, so we're there to support them as a Board of Ed.
Right, I just want to add one thing, too. The bleachers were part of a recreation grant, and so that kind of offsets the cost for the floor replacement. And then the Sports Foundation offered, they wanted them possibly larger than what we have now, and they were very kind and offered to, cover the difference.
Okay, so that's the recommendation you're putting forth to pay for the bigger option of the bleachers? Is that what it is?
Pay the most of the expense
Okay.
for the bleachers, but
Okay.
that, obviously that's a Board of Ed vote
Okay.
for all 9 of us.
Okay.
They would cover the difference.
Okay, terrific. And the signage that they're requesting, that will be put up all year round, starting from September, do we know?
I told them as soon as they can get it in there, Dr. Garibay, right? As soon as they can get it in there, the better. Just to highlight the Sports Foundation, all the great programs, all the sports programs.
Okay, terrific. At the
All
end,
the sponsors.
perfect. At the end of this summer, I will coordinate with Dr. Garibay to maybe have a meeting first thing in September that we could all join. I'll see if Mr. Regnetta, Mr. Wickberg, myself, and maybe one more board member, we could start off the year once again meeting with them to be proactive on what their needs may be for the year. Okay, moving on, we have the Colts Neck Township Committee, Mr. Walsh.
Okay, the highlight of the meeting is the township is hired a consultant, a township planner. Long story short, they're looking to come up with ideas of how the town can reinvest in a business corridor from Route 18 up to Flock Road. So they're going to be studying that. The township planner is going to present their plans for how envision what that district is going to look like, whether it's residential use, business use, just to encourage reinvestment in our township, and look at that corridor. How can they go about improving it? So, and the planner's going to present their plans to the planning board. The planning board actually is going to really sit down day to day and meet with their committee and come up with ideas how they think the township should develop it, but in consultation with the township planner. So that's in the works. That's going to be redevelopment and rehabilitation, not eminent domain, which is really important. So it's a big undertaking by the town, study that business corridor, see what they can do to improve it, reinvest in that area, and come up with ideas with buy-in from all township stakeholders, the community. Okay, what else? They had $1,900,000 spent for vouchers. 80% of the vouchers went to purchase the 21 units in the Grand, which is an affordable housing control. So that was the bulk of the payment, and that's pretty much it.
I'll reach out again. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So we're going right into the 250th celebration. Mrs. Cameron.
Yes, thank you again. So just some updates on the calendar contest. Winners will be announced July 3rd at the fireworks. Our seniors, again, will receive $200, and our winners of grades K to 11 will receive $100. Checks will be donated by the Colts Neck Historical Society. There is a Google form that was created by Dr. Garibay. It has all the images of the contestants' work, and it was sent to Sue Fitzpatrick. No names of students are with the artwork, and all members of the 250th committee will have the opportunity to vote, to keep it very fair. I want to thank both our staff and all the volunteers for our patriotic-themed field day. It was a tremendous success. So on June 9th, at the primary school, we had field day across America, Happy Birthday USA. And then on June 12th, at the elementary school, we had Stars and Stripes and Games. Oh, and that, which was today? Oh, okay, so thank you. So apparently it was rescheduled for today because of the heat. And what I really loved is I saw some like pictures of students and they designed their own shirts, their own field day shirts. I thought that was really cute. Hopefully everyone has noticed our 250th, our 1776 flags are now placed around our buildings, and they just look so fantastic. So thank you to the administration. Tuesday, June 30th, at our very own Colts Neck Library, we'll be presenting History Alive, New Jersey's Revolutionary Neighbors. And we have a parade coming on June 28th in Middletown Township, Red, White, and You, America's Big Birthday Parade. So all of this information is under our Board of Education website. We have a USA 250th tab. We have links to both township events, Monmouth County Library events, the Monmouth, New Jersey website, as well as the national website. And just a reminder to join the Colts Neck 250th Facebook and Instagram page to see highlights. And we still have our Board of Education video contest going on. So I encourage everyone to get involved. So I'll just roll right into recreation.
Yes, please, thank you.
Okay, so moving on to recreation and parks. The Colts Neck Recreation and Parks Department continues to provide a variety of summer programs and community events for residents. We have Summer Camp 2026. Registration open March 12th through Community Pass, and the camp will run the June 29th through August 6th at Cedar Drive Middle School. The hours are 9 to 2. It's open to students kindergarten through grade 8. And there's new flexible weekly registration options available in addition to the full 6-week program. Colts Neck responders and military families are eligible for special rates, and additional off-site trips will be offered. Recreation also puts on the Sounds of Summer concert. Concerts are held Thursdays from 7 to 8:30 at the Town Hall Pondside. Tomorrow night is the next concert, and it looks like it will be an 80s alternative rock band. So residents are encouraged to bring lawn chairs and enjoy these family-friendly community events. And then Recreation put out a notice for the Big Brook Preserve. So it's a public safety notice from the Colts Neck Township Police Department advising residents that the Hillsdale Road entrance to Big Brook Preserve remains closed until further notice. And the Big Brook, it's considered one of New Jersey's premier locations for finding fossils, including shark teeth, prehistoric remains, marine fossils, all dating back from like 66 to 100 million years. So it is something over the summer that you might want to take your children to, a free activity. Last, all recreation programs, activities, memberships, and court reservations continue to be managed through Community Pass. And building and ground permit requests should be submitted via email to the Recreation and Parks Department. And these buildings are free to Colts Neck residents. So I know that softball, cheer, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts takes advantage of this program. So again, I encourage, if you have any recommendations for recreation and parks, to email Colby at cmarques@coltsneck.org. Okay, and that's everything, so thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mrs. Camera. Moving on to the Colts Neck Township Senior Citizens, Mr. Walsh. Okay,
Nothing
thank you.
to report. Enjoy your summer, seniors.
Great. Thank you. Moving to Naval Weapons Station Earl, Mr. Scarpa.
Thank you. I want to take this opportunity to thank Captain Smith for his work with our student base and the families, and wish him safe seas as he travels to his new chapter. I also want to extend the congratulations to the students from the base that are departing us, and I'm very, very thankful that they now have a permanent signature on our walls in the schools, so that mark is left behind, and that's meaningful to our community. So we wish them safe travels in their new chapters. I want to deviate a bit and just highlight our district infrastructure technology. I had the opportunity to meet up with Mr. Petrillo the other day, and it was a lovely conversation. And just want to highlight some. It's good to spotlight individual points of work that go on in our district that may get overlooked from time to time. So this is interesting. I asked him to provide an executive summary, And he's been in our district since 2017, so this is his 9th year. And the district embarked then on a comprehensive modernization initiative within the first 3 years. The entire physical backbone and infrastructure hardware were completely replaced, seamlessly establishing a reliable enterprise-level platform capable of supporting substantial instructional and administrative traffic with zero disruption to daily operations and total continuity for students and staff. I highlight this because it's critical that we are in a technology-centric environment for our student base, and we have the personnel employed by this district to make sure that our backbone of technology is working as designed and is there to support our current infrastructure needs, our technology infrastructure needs, as well as the go-forward opportunity for our students. So thank you to Mr. Petrillo for all your work these past 9 years, specifically around the backbone, the firewalls, the technologies, the privacies, all things that are critically important to our infrastructure of our students. So that does not go overlooked. I appreciate the conversation that we had, and I look forward to future dialogue in this space. There's a lot to learn in the compliance technologies and the infrastructure behind our systems, and we appreciate the level of support that we have in this district. So thank you. I want to highlight that.
Thank you. Great. Thank you, Mr. Scarpa. For the state and county school boards representative, we have 2 weeks left to secure early bird discount for the workshop 2026 in Atlantic City. That'll be taking place October 19th through the 22nd. That conference is the biggest for our public schools in New Jersey, for the officials to receive professional learning and networking opportunities for their districts. The theme this year is Charting the Path, Empowering Journeys. The rates are in your emails. If you would like to attend, you can register and find your early bird rates in your email. The nominations are being accepted for the New Jersey School Board's Member of the Year, Board Member of the Year. The winner will be announced at that conference in Atlantic City, and all that information is in your board emails. That'll conclude the school board's representative report. At this time, I'm going to have Dr. Garibay proceed with her superintendent's report.
Thank you. I wanted to reiterate congratulations to everyone who celebrated here tonight. There's a lot of things to celebrate in our district on a regular basis, and I just want to thank the board for reserving time and setting time for some special recognitions. Just as an update, and along with Mrs. Camera, talks about in curriculum, Summer Bridge, approximately 140 students are registered for our Summer Bridge program. Dr. Reynolds has informed me we can still take some registrations if anyone is interested. Just contact the curriculum office directly. Summer Bridge letters for students who are registered did go out to families. If you did not receive that email, again, please contact the curriculum office. Summer work. Letters will be going home by the end of this week regarding 2026 summer work. All students have a personalized learning plan through IXL, which is data that's been collected through NWA Maps and iReady for the first grade only. There are extension enrichment activities related to keyboarding, typing, as well as the stock market program that Mrs. Kemmer referenced at a prior Board of Education meeting. Everything will be posted to our website. So all of the instructions, everything regarding logging in, we're sending it out nice and early. And we will be encouraging our parents through the letter to log in. We know the last thing you want to be thinking about is summer work on the last week of school, but it is helpful if you log in, making sure your students can get in when they need to get in, and then think about it. You can come back to revisit it. This way, we're all here to help and navigate anything along the way. 8th grade graduation, as Mrs. Volpe said, is Monday, June 22nd. I know that Mrs. Cameron, Mrs. Volpe, Mr. Walsh will be in attendance. That being said, if any other board member is planning on attending graduation, if you could let me know by tomorrow morning, because we are planning for seating. So please just let me know by tomorrow morning at the latest if you are able to join us for that very special night. Student registration, new student registration is open. If you have a child entering kindergarten, or if you or someone you know is moving to Colts Neck over the summer, you do not have to wait to register. The first start that you place to start is on our website, and then Mrs. Susan Gill can help guide through the remainder of the process, all the documents that are required, the forms, all, et cetera, but don't wait. It's a rolling process, and that helps us to be in good shape preparing-wise to receive and educate your children in September. Our last full day of school for the 25-26 school year is this Friday, June 19th. Next week, Monday through Wednesday, are short session days for students, with Wednesday, June 24th, being our very last day of school. So the latter part of the remainder of my superintendent's report is going to focus on that. This evening we recognized our Teachers of the Year, and I had recognized Mrs. D'Elia, but as we head into our last week, I want to recognize and thank, and I know we've done it individually along the way, but I certainly just want to recognize our 2026 retirees: Tatiana Burgos, Maureen Catherine Price, Hope D'Elia, Amy Desmond, Terry Heyer, Marjorie McGuire, Theo Papasavis, who is on tonight's agenda, Deborah Steele, and Veronica Zano. These are people who have dedicated years of their life to the Coles Neck Township schools and the students in the community. We've celebrated them individually as they've appeared on the agendas, but I just want to, again, give them such a sincere thanks and appreciation as we head into the last few days of their educational careers. As we gather for our final Board of Education meeting, I would like to take a moment to reflect on the many accomplishments, as Mrs. Volpe did, celebrations and experiences that have shaped this year in the Coles Neck Township schools. Public schools are often described as the heart of a community, and nowhere is that more evident than here in Coles Neck. Our schools are more than places where children learn academic content. They are gathering places where relationships are built and traditions are celebrated. They bring together families, educators, students, community organizations, local leaders, and residents around a common purpose. And that purpose is ensuring that every student, every child, has the opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed. Throughout this school year, we have witnessed that spirit of community in countless ways. We have come together to celebrate student achievements, support one another during challenges, honoring our veterans and military families, recognizing acts of kindness and service, cheering on students in performances and competitions, and creating lasting memories at school events and community gatherings. These moments remind us that schools are among the few institutions that unite an entire community across generations and backgrounds. First, I would like to thank the members of the board. Your service, leadership, and stewardship of the district play a vital role in maintaining the excellence of Coles Neck Township schools. Your commitment to this important work of governance often takes place behind the scenes, yet it is essential to the success of our schools. Thank you for your thoughtful engagement in complex discussions, your willingness to learn, to navigate challenging decisions, and your willingness to serve our community. Thank you on behalf of the staff of Coles Neck Township schools. To our Coles Neck parents and families, thank you for entrusting us with your children each day. As both an educator and a parent myself, I understand that there is no greater responsibility than helping to guide and support a child's growth. We are deeply grateful for the confidence you place in our schools and for the partnerships we share. Whether volunteering at events, supporting learning at home, attending concerts, athletic competitions, dropping off lunches or forgotten items at home, or simply encouraging a child to do their best each day, your involvement helps create the caring and connected school community that makes Coles Neck so special. To our students, thank you for your enthusiasm, creativity, kindness, and determination you bring to our schools every day. You challenge us to be better educators and remind us why this work matters. It has been a privilege to watch you learn this year, grow, overcome obstacles, discover new talents, and support one another throughout the year. And finally, to our remarkable faculty, staff, and administration, words alone cannot adequately express my appreciation for all that you do. Every day you bring your expertise, compassion, and commitment to our students and families. You celebrate successes, provide encouragement during challenges, and consistently go above and beyond to ensure that every child feels seen, valued, and supported. The positive impact you have on the lives of students often extends far beyond what can be measured in grades or test scores. It is reflected in the confidence you build, the relationships you nurture, and the countless opportunities you create for children to succeed. I am continually inspired as your superintendent by your dedication and proud to serve alongside such an exceptional team of professional educators. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to making the 25-26 school year such a success. It's been a privilege and continues to be a privilege to serve this remarkable community. On behalf of the entire Colts Neck Township District, I wish our students, families, faculty, staff, and community members a safe, relaxing, and enjoyable summer. We look forward to welcoming everyone back in September as we continue our shared work of educating, supporting, and inspiring the children of Colts Neck. That concludes my superintendent's report.
Great. Oh, Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Garibay, for those kind words. We really appreciate your hard work here. Okay, we are going to take a look. We have several information items listed there. There's 3 of them. If everybody just wants to look over that, and then we are going to move right into comments from the public. Anybody would like to get up and say something? I see lines and lines of complaints here about how the board operates. Okay, closing public comment. We're going to move right into action items. I need a motion to move action items 1 through 6.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, I want to comment on number 5. I know some board members were questioning some of the out-of-district placement costs. And what's that? Yeah, I'll just say the few things that I found out, and then you could, elaborate. On those costs, where it says extraordinary costs, that is not for busing. It's for related services, therapies, et cetera. I will have Dr. Garibay add to that, but I just wanted to confirm that those were not busing costs.
That's correct, Mrs. Volpe. The first column is the tuition, strictly the tuition, and the second column are extraordinary costs associated with the child's placements and services they're receiving in the out-of-district tuition. That's correct.
Okay, great. Does anybody have any questions or comments on any of those other action items? Okay, seeing none, I'll get a roll call for items 1 through 6.
Mrs. Camera?
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta?
Yes.
Mr. Scales?
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa?
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Wickberg? Thank you. The motion carried.
Okay, terrific. Moving on to buildings and grounds, safety and security. I need a motion to move items 1 through 6 again.
Motion.
I'm sorry, 1 and 2, and then there was 1 through 6 extension of number 2. Did I get a second?
Second.
Okay, great. Any questions or comments on the direct install program? Anybody want to comment?
Yeah, again, I'm just going to say this opportunity, if it's long-range planning, when you look at it as well, just be proactive in replacing these parts, boilers and condensers and HVACs are going to go out of use in near term. It's a great investment in our schools, great for our kids, and we just want the best facilities for all our students. And taking advantage of that zero tax, zero interest for 5 years, we'd be crazy not to take advantage of the JCP&L rebates as well.
Great. Anybody like to add to that? No? Okay, great. We'll get a roll call for those 2 items, 1 and 2.
Yes, buildings and grounds. Mrs. Camera?
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta?
Yes.
Mr. Scales?
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa?
Absolutely yes.
Thank you. Mrs. Volpe?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Wickberg?
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carried.
Great, thank you. Moving on to curriculum, I need a motion to move items 1 through 4 under curriculum, 1 through 4. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Anybody like to comment on any of those items?
I would.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about some of these new programs that are both for staff and for students coming up in the 26-27 school year. I did have a question about the Stoke summer planning curriculum because I had the opportunity of going 3 times. I haven't really seen anything new, so I was just wondering what are the changes to the curriculum possibly, which is why they want to write some of it?
It's called curriculum writing, but it's really planning. So there's a lot of planning that goes into the trip, or organizing, coordination, communication, so we designate time. So even though it's called curriculum writing, they review the activities, they take feedback, they tweak some things, but mostly it is planning and organization for the trip. So to your point, yes, it is something that we do, but we always evaluate, and it takes, once September hits, the teachers are in the classroom, the chaperones are working, so we organize time to put together and organize the trip.
That makes a lot of sense to me because it is an unbelievable amount of organization. So thank you.
Okay, any other questions regarding the curriculum? If not, we'll get a roll call.
Curriculum, curriculum items 1 through 4. Mrs. Camera?
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta?
Yes.
Mr. Scales?
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa?
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Wickberg?
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passed.
Okay, great. Moving on to finance, I need a motion to move items 1 through 23, quite a bit under there, 1 through 23. Could I get a motion?
I have a question on number 16.
Well, we need a motion first,
First.
if you will.
Is he motioning?
Mr. Scales with the motion.
Second.
Okay, great, we have our motions. There's a question from Mr. Scarpa related to,
Yes, so question number 16, just walk me through, I believe I saw this last year as well, this time of year. Is that correct?
No,
Vince?
it's a different service. What we brought in was someone with a transition. If you remember, we reduced a position in the business office, and it was to support the audit processing as it was going through. That was last year. She was a former retiree who came back to do some work for us over the summer before she fully entered her retirement.
Okay.
This is a bridging of personnel and operations until a full-time replacement for our current payroll bookkeeper position is filled. It was posted. There was a late May resignation that we accepted, and so it's posted, and we're interviewing. So it is a it's a placeholder of services.
Role, right?
Correct. It's
Okay.
a transfer payroll of services for the operations of the business office.
I got you. And is that, as a consultant, is that just salary? There's no compensation for benefits associated
No,
with this,
none.
correct?
It's just an hourly rate for services. It's a contracted service.
Very good, thank
Yep.
you.
17, 18, 19 are all about the ability to transfer funds. And I was just wondering what the advantages and disadvantages are with having it done and then having board approval after the fact versus board approval and then transferring the funds. So I don't know if that's more for Vince.
Sure, I could comment on that. So these are annual resolutions that are very standard across the spectrum of New Jersey school districts. Anyone who has any boards of education who maintain various restricted reserve accounts. And the reason 90% of the districts take advantage of this is to allow the flexibility. You have to do it before June 30th is in the law, giving a board the flexibility to transfer any surplus that may be generated as operations close for this year, up to a certain amount. The wording is very specific to allow that flexibility. It's not a predetermined amount because operations have not finished, so we do not know the exact number. I was able to give an estimate and provide enough flexibility so that there is a ceiling in case we determine through the audit process closing out the year that operations have provided a certain amount of surplus, and then we can decide what we want to do with it. Capital reserve is a little bit more, and that's because items in your capital reserve account are dedicated to the long-range facilities plan. So that one, just by the essence, the nature of it, you want to allow a greater flexibility. Maintenance reserve, not so much, but still a good, a large enough window to provide funding, because there are those, undetermined emergencies that do come up, like we had this past school year. in the beginning of the year, and we did have to pull funds from that maintenance reserve. So these are, again, really statutory driven annual resolution. I hope that answers your question.
Mr. Marasco, that was very helpful. Thank you very much for providing that. These are statutory transfers and obligations that any jurisdiction with our responsibilities is going to follow, so we appreciate that education. You know, this has come up before in the public domain, and we certainly appreciate proper discourse and dialogue associated with this. So thank you very much for providing that extra color, Mr. Marasco. These are incredibly important to our financial infrastructure of our schools. Without this, like by way of example, with the water issue that we had back in the fall and having a tank on site, because of the transfers, because of the allowances and the structures of our accounts to preserve enough of a reserve to cover those incidentals, we continue to operate with no disruption of service. Your students did not go home for 4 to 5 days because water was not provided. To get that water truck here, to provide that infrastructure to our students without disruption, we need to operate within the jurisdictions of allowance to move monies from one account to another to allow the payment of services. It's very straightforward. So by looking out at it over here as a sea of empty chairs, it appears that the actual questions are actually being answered by the right levels of folks like Mr. Marasco and the rest of the board here that is deemed to be educated in this space. We hear much from naysayers out there that don't choose to educate themselves, that don't choose to appreciate what this is all about. And by the sea of empty chairs, I see that their questions have been sufficiently answered. So thank you, Mr. Marasco, for providing that extra level of cover.
You're welcome, and I'll even add a little bit more just for extra credit here.
Extra credit?
If you do notice, so we have
Get
the
away.
3 maintenance accounts, right? Number 19, which is transferred to Federal Impact Aid Reserve. That's the result of a law that came out in 2015, or I take that back. It might be 2016 or 17 when New Jersey authorized it in the legislature to allow only districts who receive federal impact aid could have established this reserve, which we did. But the rules are a little bit different with this reserve. If you notice in the reading, this is an exact ceiling number because you are only allowed to commit to the reserve what you took in from federal impact aid to date. In other words, through the date of this resolution. So if we want to, again, after operations, move some of that to some of the federal impact aid to the federal impact aid reserve account, we can do that by this authorization. Thank you.
Great.
I just have a question about number 7. The appointment of a school physician, I'm guessing that's just a re-up of the current contract that we have with the school physician. And in what instances, not just for me, but for the public as well too, what instances would we call a physician to come in to be used?
Sure.
Instead
So
of
our
the
school
nurse?
physician is used for when there are medical reasons for homebound instruction. It goes through a review and verification process. So and it's more just about the checks and balances of the things. They work directly with in coordination with the director of special services and the department and working with families. They'll send a doctor's note, medical notes for certain things. Our doctor the school physician will review it in that manner. So it's primarily used for student-based situations involving conversations between physicians.
Thank you so much.
Does it have anything to do with workers' comp too?
No,
is
that's
that
totally
completely
different.
Okay.
Totally different.
Thank you.
It's the school physician is reserved for student use, for student review of information.
Okay, any other questions regarding the finance items 1 through 23? All right, seeing none, we'll get a roll call.
Okay, finance items 1 through 23. Mrs. Camera.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Rignetta.
Yes.
Mr. Scales.
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa.
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
And Mr. Wickberg.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carried.
Great, thank you. We have nothing under policy this evening. Going right into negotiations. I need a motion to move that one item under negotiations.
Motion.
Any questions or concerns regarding the one item? All right, seeing none, we'll get a roll call.
Mrs. Camera,
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta,
Yes.
Mr. Scales,
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa,
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Wickberg.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carried.
Okay, great. Moving to transportation. We have one item under there. Can I get a motion to move that item?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? I see Marlboro's paying us a considerable amount of money to use our buses.
Yes,
Yep.
this was part of the budget, the revenues.
Anybody want to comment? Mr. Scarpa? Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Camera? Oh,
And thank you for this. Is this an annual rate, or is it adjusted every year? How does that work out, Vince?
Adjusted every year for CPI.
Okay.
Taking last year's rates, it's governed by the DOE. Transportation contracts have a certain level of CPI that you can increase.
Excellent, okay. But
So I don't have the exact number of the per route cost. Some are probably around $39,000 to $40,000
Thank you.
per route.
okay, great. I'll take a roll call on the one transportation item.
Sure. Mrs. Camera,
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta,
Yes.
Mr. Scales,
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa,
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Wickberg.
Yes.
The motion carried.
Okay, great. We are moving right into personnel. This is quite lengthy. I'm going to need a motion to move items 1 through 400, 1 through 42, 1 through 42. Motion.
Second.
Great, thank you. I just have a comment on the number 2 under the retirement for Mrs. Papasavis. I just want to wish her the best retirement. My daughter had her in her younger years at the primary school, and she's just such a phenomenal lady. She's a warm heart and just puts her all into teaching and taking care of our children. So I just, on behalf of the board, I wish her a fantastic retirement. Maybe I'll run into her somewhere down the line. Anybody else? Dr. Garibay, do you want to say? All right. Dr. Garibay echoes that sentiment. So if there's no other
Yes.
questions.
Number 8. Is that a vacancy we're looking to fill, or is that a brand new position?
The library media assistant? Yes.
So in my updates, I referred to it as it is a way that we are addressing a need for expanded related arts at the elementary school. And the State Department of Education allows you, this is a current staff member who works as a library media assistant, who does have a teaching certificate that we are allowed to expand for use of her certificate under elementary school. She's expanded to be providing time for a research in a program that's not necessary, that is related to library media services, but that we are able to utilize her certificate as a classroom teacher. So it is a creative way for using certifications of teachers. And so it's a part-time position that we budgeted to expand and meet the needs of the related arts at the elementary school.
Thank you so much for the clarification, not just for me, but for the public. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and we're happy to have it provide the staff members an opportunity as well. Thank you.
I'd like to just thank our students who come back, graduating students who come back and volunteer their time for the Summer Bridge program. Not only does it look good for college, but just thank you for your time and wanting to do this. And I think, again, it's because of the culture and community that our teachers provide that students want to give their time. So thank you.
Great. Anybody else? Okay. Seeing no further comments. I'll get a roll call for items 1 through 42.
Under personnel, Mrs. Camera,
Yes.
Mr. Rignetta,
I'm going to recuse from 3, 4, 5, and 10, and yes to all the rest.
thank you. Mr. Scales,
Yes.
Mr. Scarpa,
Yes.
Mrs. Volpe,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh,
Yes.
Mr. Wickberg.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carried.
Okay, great. Moving on, we're going to go into our second comments from the public. Anybody like to get up and complain or have a question? Seeing none, we'll close that and we'll move right into new business. Dr. Garibay would like, Dr. Garibay, you could go first with your new business.
Just a reminder that I think in conversation with Mrs. Volpe had referenced before, but we will be officially canceling the CAL meetings for July and August. We will only be meeting and on July 22nd and the 19th of August, okay? And then just a special meeting is posted and notified for next Thursday at 6 o'clock at the back at the administration building. So, and then notification that that meeting will not be live streamed. That's all.
So I just had something. Dr. Garibay had mentioned it in her superintendent's report, but during the last CAL meeting, I had requested about a review for this stock market game, and it is now up on our district's website. It's under the STEAM Enrichment Activities tab, and it starts June 29th to August 14th, and kids can make a virtual portfolio using real market data, investment decisions, and I really hope we have students that get involved and can't wait to hear about it.
One question, how did the finance assembly go in first week of June? If you could, I may have missed the update, but if you can highlight that.
Very, very well.
Great. Excellent. Excellent. Any other new business?
Just one thing. Usually the softest voices are our fathers in the district. Just wanted to wish a happy Father's Day to all the fathers. And also, I wanted to just piggyback on what Mr. Scarpa said, because it really opened my eye to when you look out here into the vast attendees. I want everyone to take a nice mental picture of that, because this is a testament to all your hard work. And I wanted to thank each and every one of you for an absolutely fabulous school year. We did some pretty amazing things as a district, our staff, our students, everyone. And when you don't have people with a line at the dais complaining about things, it's a huge testament to all your hard work. We had a pretty loud year. We had a couple of events that caused a couple stirs nationally. But what we noticed during that time as well, when we did have a line, the majority of those people were from outside of the Colts Neck community. So again, just a heartfelt thank you to all of our residents and constituents in Colts Neck for having the faith in our district. Your voices are heard, we're transparent, and we provide as much communication as possible. So thanks for all your efforts this year with those events. And then lastly, we saw a great presentation of fiscal responsibility and stewardship. Just wanted to echo the comments that we had made on the direct install. There's a lot of money being saved in that program. And without the responsibility of our budget committee, we wouldn't even have the money to do a program like this. And I think one of the comments we overlooked is that we're getting a zero interest loan for that amount of time, and it's only going to cost the district $5 million. If we were to go out to market, it would cost $9 million and interest. So we are saving the taxpayers here in Colts Neck a substantial amount of money, and we have the money already to fund that program. Again, that is a testament to all your hard work and responsibility. There is no slush fund. I think I wanted to kind of put my imprint on that. Those will be the last comments that I'll make on that. But the residents of Colts Neck were tricked. They were lied to, and they were lied to pretty terribly. So now that we have had our voices heard, the accountability train has left the station. So thank you for all your efforts. We have proven that our budget is sound. There is no slush fund, and thank you.
Just want to wish the kids a happy and safe summer. And we look forward to seeing you in September. Please be safe out there, kids. If you're riding e-bikes, wear your helmet. Okay, be safe out there. See you in September.
Yeah, someone wise once told me, with friction comes traction, and I like that. That resonates well with me. We have accomplished a great deal this calendar year, much to be proud of. We are a collective body of advocacy and communication on this board, and we will not stop to educate ourselves, translate that education to our community members that want to participate in it in a professional manner. We don't bow to immaturity or an uneducated speak. We prefer to have public dialogue and ask questions. We don't always agree, and that's a good thing. But we do come to the table twice a month, the 9 of us, and we have good public dialogue. We are all volunteers, and we appreciate the support of the majority of our electoral base, and we look forward to a very successful 2026-2027 calendar year. So happy Father's Day to all, and thank you for the cooperation and continued support for this Board of Education.
Great. Any other final thoughts or new business? One more thing. Yep.
My apologies, I forgot to mention this, is that as Mr. Capasso was designing and creating the horseshoes as a legacy for the students to sign with Captain Smith signing, he also, because it was a board initiative, made smaller ones for this board to be able to sign to add to the different projects too. So you are more than welcome to also write your name on your stars that we will put on the legacies as well. So thank you, Mr. Capasso, who is here with us tonight. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
That thoughtful gesture.
Okay, my last comments of the evening. I want to thank all of you guys. I enjoyed working. Even though the year isn't over, our school year has ended. And I have thoroughly enjoyed working with all of you individually, in committees, in groups, making fantastic decisions for our district. This Board of Education has been nothing but trailblazers, and we have done an exceptional job. To be recognized nationally was just unimaginable triumph for me. And I just thank all of you. And it's a shame that the Colts Neck Republican Party chose to go after this Board of Education for the sake of an election. But I will say that in January, when people take their seats, we will be watching every single thing that is going on in the township, and we will hold them accountable. And I just want to thank you all for the great work you did, and we're going to keep doing fantastic things for the rest of the year and beyond. So thank you very much. We are going to end. I'll take a motion to end the meeting. We will be going into an executive session regarding negotiations. I'd say it will take under 30 minutes, and we will no longer be resuming the live stream. So if I could get a motion to move into executive session at this time.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Great.
Opposed?
Thank you very much.
Motion carried.
Yep, thank you very much. Bye, Ida. Thank you very much.